Imagine being trapped between two worlds where the rules of reality bend. Time doesn't exist, and the one person you never expected to meet is you. Jack never believed in parallel universes. He had a normal life, a normal job, and nothing ever felt out of place. But that night, as he was caught in the center of a storm, his life was about to be ripped apart by a force beyond comprehension. The screen shakes violently as Jack falls into the wormhole, his vision spinning and his body feeling like it's being pulled apart at the seams. He screams, but the sound is distorted and fades into silence. Jack's vision clears. He finds himself lying on the ground, surrounded by a desolate, twisted version of the world he knew. The skyline is different. The trees are a dark purple, and the sky is an eerie green. The air feels dense, almost suffocating. Everything looks familiar, but wrong. Jack whispers to himself, "Where am I?" He gets up and looks around. The world seems dead. The air feels thick with unease, and the silence is deafening. A sound, footsteps, echoes in the distance. Jack hides behind a collapsed building, holding his breath. As Jack peeks around the corner, he sees a man walking down the street. His heart skips a beat. The man looks just like him, same face, same build, but there's something different. The other Jack looks more worn down, his eyes filled with a mixture of anger and fear. Jack narrates to himself, "No, it can't be. How is this possible?" The other Jack turns and notices him. The two stare at each other, their eyes locking in disbelief. For a moment, neither of them moves. Other Jack coldly says, "You don't belong here. You should have never come." The tension is thick. Jack takes a step back, his mind racing with questions. This other version of himself speaks with authority, as if he's been in this world for years. But Jack refuses to back down. Jack says, "What is this place? What happened to you?" Other Jack looks at him with a bitter smile. "This is where we were meant to end up. You should have never crossed over. You don't understand the dangers, the rules of this place. There's no escaping once you're in. We've already lost. And you're just beginning to realize that." The two Jacks stand face to face, the air crackling with tension. Suddenly, a loud roar shakes the ground. The sound of mechanical creatures grows louder, their glowing eyes piercing through the darkness. The other Jack grabs him by the arm. Other Jack says, "We need to go. It's not safe here." They run through the twisted streets, dodging the mechanical creatures, half human, half machine, hunting them down. Their bodies move like clockwork, their movements jerky and unnatural. Jack is terrified, but he knows he needs answers. Jack says, "What is this place? What happened to you?" Other Jack looks at him with a bitter smile. "This universe isn't just different. It's corrupted, fractured. The moment you stepped in here, you became part of it. If you don't find a way to reverse it, you'll be stuck here forever like me. It's a trap. I've tried everything, but there's no way out. Trust me, I've tried over and over again." Jack, however, refuses to accept the defeat in his counterpart's voice. He takes a deep breath, determination setting in. Jack says, "No, I will find a way out. I'm not going to die here." In the bunker, Jack discovers a blueprinted ancient artifact that reveals a hidden portal to the real world. But it's not simple. The artifact needs specific energy to work, and it's heavily guarded by the mechanical creatures. The two Jacks must work together, but there's a growing distrust between them. Other Jack says, "You can't do it. The creatures won't let you. They hunt down anyone who tries to escape." Jack says, "I'll find a way. You just have to trust me." As the two Jacks make their way to the portal, the mechanical creatures ambush them. A fierce battle ensues, and the two Jacks fight side by side, using everything they have to stay alive. There's an explosion of fire and smoke as Jack uses the artifact to activate the portal, but just before they make it through, the other Jack turns to him. Other Jack says, "You can't leave. If you go back, you'll destroy everything here. I'll be left behind." Jack, with a sad look in his eyes, says, "I'm sorry, I have to save myself. I have to save the world." The portal activates, and Jack is sucked into it. But as he looks back one last time, he sees the other Jack trapped in a collapsing world, fading away. Jack falls back to Earth, waking up in the exact spot where he was pulled into the wormhole. Everything is normal again, just as it was before. But something is different. He feels changed. He knows he's escaped, but the weight of what he's left behind is heavy on his heart. He made it back, but was it really the end? The world he left behind is still out there, and who knows what might be waiting for him when the next wormhole opens. Do you think Jack is really free, or has he just awakened something far worse? Stay tuned for more thrilling stories, and don't forget to subscribe for the next chapter.